guys, it's Emily from Novell Novels and welcome to today's video. It's my December wrap-up part 1. I am flying through the books this month and it's something I did not expect considering how busy December is. What with the children, we've got nativities, we've got school things, we've got our own things happening. I did not expect to be reading this month. Now, I will let you know in advance, I'm going to be doing my Christmas favourites video this month. Will be a little bit different because I'm not going to pick channels or anything like that because I love you all and I've been watching so many vlogs, it's been unbelievable. But I'm not entirely sure how the Christmas favourites video goes. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do it or if I should maybe change things around and not necessarily do a favourites video but do like a sort of like wrap up the year kind of video. So let me know what you think. I would really appreciate. It's just I find favourites videos are very Christmassy and obviously I really don't know what I'm going to do. So I thought I'd ask you guys advice in advance and see what you think. If you want me to do a favourites video where I talk about some of the things that's been going on, then let me know. If you want me to, if you think maybe a change of sort of wrap up kind of style video would be good, let me know in the comments below. I'd love your feedback. Anyway, shall I get started? I will be honest, December is being a brilliant month of reading. In fact, probably one of my absolute favourite months of reading this year because I've not got a single low rating book. I have read a total of 9 books so far this month already, and when I'm recording this, it's on the Friday the 13th. Unlucky for some. And I've read 9 books, and I think that's pretty darn good. I've got 3 on the go that I'm going to be reading. 1 will probably be finished today, so as you're seeing this, it will go in the second part of the wrap-up. But obviously I'll show you at the end of the video. But, yeah, so far this month, I've read 4 4-star books and 5 5-star books. What a month. I've not had to DNF yet, I've not had a single bad book. And I think that's because I've not necessarily been doing anything for, obviously participating in Clint's readathon, but not really pushing myself to read any books I didn't want to read. I didn't feel like I put any pressure on myself to try that. And I think that's something for the new year I'm going to do a bit more of. Not try and read books because I think I should read them, but because I want to read them. So, that's enough of the rambling. So my first 4-star book is one I actually only finished yesterday, which is Mr. Miracle by Debbie Macomber. I loved it. It was brilliant. It was inspired by Linda from Linda's World of Books. She told me about this. My mum actually gave me this book, I think last year, and I didn't get around to it last year. But it's lovely. It's cosy. It's about Harry Mills is a guardian angel on a mission to help Addie Foldstrom, I'm going to say that word wrong, get her life back on track and help her find love. So Harry basically is a guardian angel, like I said. This is his first mission on Earth. He's been watching Earth, kind of observing it, and it's his first time to go on to Earth. He comes down and he's got this sort of almost mentor called Celeste, I believe. And she sort of like gives him his mission, says, right, you've got to sort Addie's life out. You can only intervene and do like certain magical things with her. You can do a little bit with the people in his, like, because he comes down as like a sort of teacher, almost lecturer. And he's basically supposed to be helping her find love. Now she's got her neighbours, the guy Eric. She's like, Addie comes over, sort of returns to her hometown. And Eric is this guy that she was friends with her brother, tormented her as a child, really. And it's all about them sort of finding love, really. That bit is sweet, but I actually really didn't. I found that the bits that I really loved were the other people in Harry's class, which were, there was a guy that was a water veteran who has I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler on this one. He has a guide dog, which is actually an angel and that's been sent down as a dog, which is kind of a strange but kind of quite exciting that angels can come down as other forms. I don't necessarily know how much I believe on that front, but I do think that people are sent to us for guidance and people are in our lives even if they're for a time, for a blessing. So I loved that, and I also loved there is like an ex-convict guy that's in this class, and I love those characters probably more than I love Daddy because their storylines could be really bulked up. This is quite a short story, which is why it's sort of set just on them. But I love the intrigue about whether there are other books in this series or other books from her that talk about these other characters. another sort of angel kind of book. So I'd quite like to read a Debbie Macomber book on that. Let me know, Linda, if you know anything about that. But yeah, those characters really intrigued me, so I did love that. Nice, another first, really lovely, cosy, Christmassy read. Now this one, Fairy Tales in New York. I read this because I've loved one of Miranda Dickinson's book, which was Searching for a Silver Lining, and I wanted another one. I'd read some of the harder hitting emotional books, and I spoke to, I think, Simone, and for me, Simone and I, my gorgeous, lovely friend who I adore, and she said, pick up a chick lit, pick up something that's going to be easy, and this was. It's Rosie Duncan's Life Couldn't Be Better. So basically, this is a lovely lady who is an English person that comes over to New York, and she has quite a big history in New York. She has quite a big history behind her, and she's sort of like this florist who loves to do romance and loves to do very sweet things for other people, but she has a very closed past. She doesn't tell people why she came to America, what her backstory is, and she doesn't want people to, she doesn't want to fall in love, she doesn't want to get hurt, because her heart's been broken before. And I really loved this story. There is, oh my goodness, there's her commitment phobe Ed, her friend. Oh my God, I loved him. He was literally like the sweetest guy going. Oh my God. And he sounds really hunky too. Sorry, Chris. And then she's got like another friend called Celia, who's like a tornado friend. I love her. And then Sweet Anarchy and Love Marnie. And their characters alone are brilliant. Then you've got like a blossoming friendship with the hotshot Nate shakes Rosie's resolve. And you kind of think, oh, well, the only reason I think I gave it a 4-star was the fact that, not a 5, was the fact that I guessed who she was going to fall in love with, and I guessed that twist. But there were some twists and turns that I wasn't expecting. There's like her brother comes over there as well, and that's quite an interesting backstory on that. But yeah, it's another really cosy read. I loved the characters. I loved Ed. Oh my God, like I said, he sounds really hunky. He's another book crush that I've got. So I did really enjoy that. Now, a book that I didn't expect to love, that Chris bought me a few months ago, the Lee Charles book, The Killing Floor. Now, this is the first in the Jack Reacher series, and although I believe you don't have to read the other books in order, I would certainly start off, if you're starting off with Jack Reacher, start off with this book, because it does tell you about Jack's history, and it's the one book that's about Jack more than anything. He basically comes over, he's an ex-military cop, he comes over to... no history, like just a sort of like wanderer, and he comes into steps into this town called Margrave, no account town in Georgia, and Jack Reacher jumps off the bus and straight into like a load of hassle. Within minutes of him arriving, he's arrested for a murder he didn't commit, and it's the first homicide in 30 years, and then literally they all blame him because he's a stranger in town. Then everything happens. I can't tell you much more about this book because literally everything happens, and it is the more twists and turns than a blooming helter-skelter roller coaster at blooming Thorpe Park. Literally, you don't know whether you're coming, going, backwards or forwards, but it's written so well. There literally are so many. This is like a thriller in all the best ways. It got 4 stars for me because I'm a bit of a wimp, and there are so much blood and gore. There is trigger warnings for male rape, female rape, abuse, harm. There, like I said, with murder you expect it to be graphic, but this is very gory. So if you have got a weak stomach, don't read it. Don't read it before bed. But if you like thrillers, like Nicole, I wonder if you think you'd like it. Simone, I know you certainly would. Try this series, guys, because I think it's really good. It's a brilliant thriller, really scary, really like a good crime thriller, and it's really good. And it's the first. Chris has also got the second and third, and I've just recently picked up another one. But I definitely want to get to all of Lee Charles' books, but I think I'm going to spread them out because they are pretty darn scary, and I'm a giant wimp. Now the next one is one of the books that Charlie lent me, so you know my gorgeous sister. Charlie, I love you. Lent me a poetry book, Poems to Live Your Life By, and it's chosen and illustrated by Chris Riddle. Some of these poems are absolutely beautiful. They're real classics. So there's some in here that I've never even read. And literally I wanted to read. Oh my goodness, there he is. I'm trying to find one. This is why I need to remember to tab up my books. I've got blooming post-it notes. Why do I not use them? But there's the Ode to a Nightingale. That's a classic. There is, oh my goodness. Aha, this is one of the biggest classics. But the beautiful, oh my goodness, the poems in this. It is so gorgeous. Why can I never ever find the title to a poem, and I want to find it. But yeah, I'm looking through this, and this is like a totally and utterly unplanned video. It's all because I did not remember the title of this book. Orphy. So there's it's Orphy book. There is Suzanne. There is some really amazing books in here. There you go. It might be if I actually look at the titles. See, I've got it organised. I just needed to look at the names. So Let Me Lie, Die a Young Man's Death. Where is the Hamlet to Be? I love this. To Be or Not to Be by from Hamlet. Oh my goodness, that was one of my favourite ones. It was literally like the best. Jabberwocky I love from Lewis Carroll. The Lady of Shalott, that was the one I was looking for. Ode to Nightingale, oh my goodness, there is some absolutely beautiful ones. I really, really enjoyed this. I'm looking at some more of them. Sorry, I'm being really not organised, am I, today? But this is just beautiful. But look, the illustrations, that was what I think is the most beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, I love this. So thank you, Charlie. This is absolutely beautiful. And look at the cover on it. It's gorgeous. So that was the last of my 4-star reads. And this has already taken 10 minutes. So I can't believe how long this is. Right. So now I'm going to get on to my 5-star books. Unfortunately, I can't talk about them as much as I wish I would. This was Night Shift Before Christmas by Adam Kay. You guys know I love Adam Kay. I pre-ordered this. This is gorgeous. If you've not got it, why? It's beautiful. Adam Kay's work is absolutely amazing, and this is, oh my goodness, I've actually been told by him he's writing another book, and you guys know I will be picking it up. This is a really short book, easy, and it's about tales of in the hospitals at Christmas and how our NHS really go through it. Now, at the time of recording this, I've just sent a Christmas card to my consultant and the pain clinic where I go near me, and they deserve thank yous. I think the NHS deserve a lot more praise than they get, especially at a time when the government's changed the way we didn't. The government's turned out the way we didn't want it to. So many of us anyway. But I'm not going to talk about that. I do not do politics on this channel. But safe to say, we need to support our NHS, because if no one else does, we've got to do it. If the government aren't going to do enough work, we're going to have to shout out to them. Say thank you. While I'm doing this, I want you to say, if any of you have had problems with your health and the NHS has helped you, give them a call. Say thank you. Say thank you to your nurses. Say thank you to anyone that supported you. Sounds really silly, but even in my job where I work in opticians, a thank you goes a long way. A kind word will brighten someone's Christmas. So do that. The next one is a weepy one. I was supposed to read this with Charlie, but poor little love didn't think she could tackle it. Goodnight, Mr. Tom is amazing. It is a weepy. I cried so much. This has got so many triggers. Victoria, from what Victoria read, she said about this, and she said she cried loads, and I certainly did. Young Willie Beach is evacuated to the country as Britain stands on the brink of World War II, and he gets taken into care of Tom Oakley. Oh my goodness, and it's like the worst thing, evacuation. He ends up he falls in love with Tom, and their relationship is so amazing, and it really does show you that family doesn't have to be blood. And then when he has to go back to his mum, oh my goodness, that there is trigger warnings again of abuse and harm, and oh my goodness, the trigger warnings when they go back there. And that was really, there were some scenes in this that I was really gut-wrenchingly crying and found very, very hard to be warned, but this is so beautiful. I'm going to lend this to one of my mum's friends, and then I think I'm going to keep this, because as much as it is traumatic, I think it's a well worth book, and one one day I think I would like Mia to read. The next one is an amazing one, Good Wives by Louisa May Alcott. I read this for Louisa May 2020. Basically, in England, the Little Women books can sometimes be in 2 parts, so it's Little Women and Good Wives. I read the first half of this towards another part this year with Bailey, and what she was like, oh, my book's really big, and I was like, well, my book's really small. And it turned out because it was in 2 halves. So I've read the second half now, and and that's Good Wives, and this is about basically like the Little Women. It's the March girls growing up, and they're more in their adult life, and they've all got their own separate journeys, they've all got their own separate things and their own separate parts. And be warned, there is certainly tearful bits in this, but I can't give you spoilers, so I can't tell you, but be warned, you're going to need your tissues at the ready. I love Meg. I love her story at the start, so it starts off with her, and then you've got all of their other stories. Love Meg, love Jo even more in this, and I actually grew to love Amy, which I was quite surprised about, because I think she's a bit of a spoilt brat. But I really love this. Again, another brilliant classic you have to read. I'm gonna show you this book because I had to. Don't need to tell you more details about this, but I finally finished it. So all my Harry Potter books have been up to date. All of them are read. You know this is the last one. You know this is the one that makes me cry again. Not going to give any spoilers, but more characters die in it. I certainly cried my eyes out. Really nice. But I don't need to talk more about this. Now the last book is one I'm going to rave about because I read it with Tom. I love Tom. Tom from Tom Reads Things is one of my best booktube friends. He is one of the most nicest guys you could ever meet. Him and his husband make me, his and his partner Mark, they make me smile all the time. I buddy read, this is our first ever buddy read, and it is blooming good. He sent this to me. It's large print, so it's a big hardback book. It's one that I didn't know whether, I was so nervous about it because it's so different. It's historical fiction, but it's set, can't even see when it's historical fiction. It's set in Iceland. It's set quite a long time ago. And it's basically about the story of Magnus Dor, I can't say the name, who's been, it's a brutal murder of two men. And this is Agnes' story. She's basically accused of the murder alongside another man, another woman. Now, she gets taken into custody. She gets sent over to live in a farm with this family. And this is her story and their story. And parts of this is actually true to life, apparently. Part of these stories is, now, some of the characters in it are not real, some of it are. But it's actually quite a lot true, a story about Agnes and what happened there. Now, that she gets she asked for a priest, Toti, to be sent to her. And you kind of want them to fall in love because he's such a nice guy. I love Toti. He was a character I totally fell in love with. And it's so harsh. There are some real bits where I was really crying in it, really emotional bits. Where it's set is beautiful, and the way that Hannah Kent has written it is amazing. It really does set you up for what's happening there. Now, basically, Agnes is given a life sentence. She's going to be told that's it, she will get executed. And that bit alone, oh my God, you don't want her to be executed. The more you hear about Agnes' story, the more you fall in love with her. And you realise that things aren't always what they seem. And I think it's really important. One of the guys who gets murdered, God, I hated him. I absolutely hated him. I was like, to be honest, I was surprised. You shouldn't wish death on anyone, but there are consequences, and kind of deserve what he got in a bit. Not that I want to give spoilers, but yeah. Hannah Kent is beautiful. This is written, oh my goodness. I think at the end of this book there's notes about it, but it is beautiful. But I really need to read more of her work, and I've been told that some of her other books is great. So this is like, oh, this really is so, I can't believe how real this is. Looking back at the notes, I can't exactly remember exactly what it is set, but it is absolutely beautiful. The names, I can't say the names of these people, but this is absolutely gorgeous, and I would certainly recommend it. Yes. If you like historical fiction, if you like mysteries, because it's very much a mystery in this, pick this book up. And I am totally and utterly going to rave about Tom's channel, and I will link his channel below because he is blooming amazing. And guys, if you haven't checked out his channel, why not? He's brilliant. Right, so I'm going to briefly show you the two books that I'm reading now, and obviously that will go into more on my second wrap up. First one, Angels in the Snow. This is an extra book. Got it from the library, so it wasn't on my TBR, but it's from Sarah Morgan. I love Sarah Morgan's work. I'm about halfway through it, and I only started it yesterday. 2 different stories, 4 people in love. Really, really good. I've only read the first half of it, and it's going to be... I would be surprised if it goes... At the moment, to me, it's 4 stars. If it goes any higher, then I will be happy. But I don't know. With Chiclets, it's very hard to get a 5-star. But I don't think... It's certainly not going to get any lower than 4. So, really love this book. So, thank you. I'm glad I picked that one up. This one's probably going to be a 3-star, and I'm gutted. It's Molly on the March. It's not a Christmas book. It's a YA book. But I thought it was more about the suffragettes and the young suffragettes. So, this is in Ireland. This is the time of the suffragette era, but it's Irish women, and it's like an Irish girl, and it's sort of her writing letters to her friend who's travelled. It's all right. To me, I'm not really enjoying it that much. It's probably like a 3-star. It's probably one of the worst books I'm reading at the moment. I'm pushing myself to finish it. Lastly, I'm reading Ghostletter Watchman on audiobook, and that's really, really good. No, it's not good. Why am I saying that? Again, 3-star. It's nowhere near. It's a follow-on from To Kill a Mockingbird, but it's no way going to be in the league of To Kill a Mockingbird. It's not that good. It is alright, but it's not brilliant. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling and let me know what's your favourite book that you're reading this month so far. Take care. Bye-bye.